Hi, I'm Connie Graf from Chaos to Peace Consulting, and today I would like to talk about the principles for successful decluttering. There's a lot of tips and tricks out there on how to declutter, and I want to explain to you how I see it, what I used to do, and how I do it now. Maybe you have read the book by Marie Kondo, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, where she explains her philosophy of decluttering. And her main philosophy is that you pick a category, for example, clothes or books, and you go around in your whole house and collect all the items of this category. Let's say clothes. You go around and you collect all the clothes and you pile them up in a room on the floor, and then you go one by one, you go through it and decide whether it still sparks joy or not, and you only keep what sparks joy. I used to do it in a similar way. When I was growing up, I was decluttering already without knowing that I was decluttering. But I would come home from school and I would rip everything out of all the cupboards and all the closets and everything and pile them up in the middle of the room. And then I would start putting them back neatly and differently organized and everything. And yes, I was a weird kid. It sounds like no. But it was sometimes very overwhelming, and of course my mother would show up in the worst moment ever, and would also get very overwhelmed about the mess and not be very happy with me. And so when I'm reading Marie Kondo's book, and she had a lot of success, and I'm not saying it's wrong, but for some people it doesn't work. And so when I grew older, I figured out a different way that works better for me, which I call now my principles for successful decluttering. And I want to share them with you here. Because I have this decluttering challenge coming up with Vicky McLeod in February, and these are the principles that we're going to apply during the challenge and that I'm going to teach. So here they go. Principle number 1 is divide your area in small manageable chunks. So instead of ripping everything out of the closet or out of the cupboard, piling it up and get overwhelmed by it and then feeling too exhausted or tired just by looking at it, and you're never putting it back, or you get distracted in the middle of it or pulled away by your children or by a friend or a phone call or whatever, and you never finish, and then you come home to a mess. Divide your area in small manageable chunks and think about how much time you have, and then adjust the area you want to declutter to the amount of time that you have available, and only do that much. The second principle is start with the least personal area. So we want to build our decluttering muscle first a little bit. So don't start with personal items, memorabilia, photos or anything. Start with something that is the least personal for you. Kitchen is often a good place to start, or maybe the bathroom. It depends on you, like which items are the least personal to you. Start decluttering there, build up your muscle, get used to it, get used to the letting go, and then build your stamina slowly, and learn how to let go. And then it makes it much easier when you come across these more personal items. And the third principle is a few minutes a day, keep chaos away. So instead of saying, oh, I want a full weekend of decluttering or a full day of decluttering, and trying to find a date in your calendar when you can dedicate the whole day to decluttering, do declutter on a consistent basis, but just a few minutes. For example, 5 minutes a day of decluttering can be way more powerful in the long run than decluttering 3 hours in one day and then not doing anything for weeks or months. So a few minutes a day, keep chaos away. Try it out. It works. I'm Connie Graf from Chaos to Peace, and if you're interested in joining the decluttering challenge that I do with Vicky McLeod in February 2018, the link is below to sign up. If it's past February 2018, you can still sign up on the link below, and you will be notified when we do the next live decluttering challenge. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to be notified of new videos, subscribe to my channel. Thanks very much. Connie Graf from Chaos to Peace Consulting.